The WNBA just got more exciting, and it's all thanks to rookie Caitlin Clark. Remember when we said she'd make a big impact? Well, she's not just making waves, she's shaking things up. In a game against the Seattle Storm, Caitlin was on fire, scoring points and hyping up the crowd. But not everyone liked the attention. Skylar Diggins from the Indiana Fever got physical with Caitlin while she was getting the fans pumped up. Things heated up more when Diggins argued with Christie Sides, shouting, "Don't touch me." It's clear that Caitlin's presence is having a big effect, and not everyone is happy about it. But despite the drama, Caitlin and the Indiana Fever are on fire. In their game against the Seattle Storm, they played with incredible energy and ended up leading by 28 points in the first half. Caitlin was unstoppable, finishing with 23 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell was also amazing, scoring 27 points, and together with Caitlin, they played like they'd been teammates for years. Lexi Hull came off the bench and surprised everyone, hitting 6 out of 7 three-pointers to finish with 22 points. The Fever are showing they have more than just Caitlin Clark. Even though the Storm tried to close the gap in the second half, the Fever stayed calm and adjusted their game. They tightened up their defense and ended up dominating the final quarter to win 92-75. This game showed just how strong and focused the Fever are. The Indiana Fever isn't just about Caitlin Clark. It's a complete team with players who work well together. With Clark leading the way, they look ready to surprise a lot of people as the season winds down. Since returning from the Olympic break, Clark has taken her game to another level. Her numbers are impressive for a rookie, and that's starting to bother some of the more experienced players in the league. The incident with Skylar Diggins isn't the first time Clark has faced tough, almost excessive fouls. At the start of the season, some veterans seem to be sending a message to the rookie in a not-so-friendly way. But now, things are different. Clark is no longer just a rookie, she's a serious threat. She's leading the Fever to the playoffs, breaking records, and attracting massive attention to the WNBA. When the Fever plays, arenas are packed, and TV ratings soar. Clark is doing for the WNBA what few players have, making women's basketball a must-watch. This has created some jealousy among veteran players who've worked for years to build their careers, only to find themselves overshadowed by a 22-year-old rookie. The league needs to be careful though. While this tension is exciting for fans, it could become dangerous if Clark gets injured due to overly aggressive play. That would be a disaster not just for her and the Fever, but for the entire WNBA. Instead of resentment, the league should be celebrating Clark. She's bringing in new fans, raising the profile of the game, and improving the overall level of play. But one thing is clear, Caitlin Clark isn't backing down. She came to dominate, and that's exactly what she's doing. The more she shines, the more exciting the WNBA becomes. Now, let's talk about what's got the Fever fired up. Fans can't stop smiling because of the amazing chemistry between Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and surprisingly, Lexi Hull. When Clark joined the Fever, people wondered how she'd fit in with Mitchell, since Mitchell was already the team star. But what we're seeing on the court is nothing short of magical. Clark and Mitchell have become one of the most dynamic duos in the league. It's like they have a sixth sense for each other. Clark, with her incredible court vision, is always finding Mitchell in scoring positions, and Mitchell is taking full advantage. In the game against the Storm, we saw how the opposing defense was lost trying to figure out where to focus when these two were on the court. The real surprise of the night was Lexi Hull coming off the bench. Hull had a performance that had everyone double-checking the stats. She hit 6 out of 7 three-pointers, which is almost perfect. This shows that Clark isn't just excelling on her own, she's raising the whole team's level of play. Hull, who was once just a regular rotation player, now looks like a sharpshooter when she's playing alongside Clark. We also can't forget Aaliyah Boston. While she didn't put up huge numbers in this game, her presence in the paint is essential. She gives Clark and Mitchell the confidence to be aggressive, knowing they have a strong defensive anchor behind them. If the Fever keeps playing like this, with Clark running the offense, Mitchell as a constant scoring threat, Hull surprising from beyond the arc, and Boston dominating the paint, they won't just make the playoffs, they'll become a team no one wants to face. It's hard to believe that we're having this conversation. The Fever, who finished last in the standings last season, are now in the middle of the playoff race. With the win over the Storm, they've improved their record to 13-15, putting them in 7th place. The top 8 teams make the playoffs, and the Fever are making a strong push. What's even more exciting is how they're playing. They're not just winning, they're dominating teams that were considered superior. Every game from here on out is crucial for their playoff chances. The Indiana Fever are looking like a serious playoff contender, and with Caitlin Clark leading the way, they seem ready for the challenge. What's really impressive is how the team has improved throughout the season. At first, there were some brilliant moments mixed with rookie mistakes, but now they're playing with the confidence of a veteran playoff team. The 2025 WNBA playoffs are shaping up to be some of the most exciting in years, and a big reason for that is the Fever, led by their extraordinary rookie, Caitlin Clark, who's ready to make some noise. Now, we need to talk about the thrilling race for Rookie of the Year between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. This competition is as intense as any playoff decider. On one side, you've got Caitlin Clark, who is redefining what it means to be a rookie in the WNBA. On the other side, there's Angel Reese, who's dominating the boards and making her own mark on the league. Let's look at the numbers. Clark is leading all rookies in points and assists per game, playing like an all-star veteran. Her 29 points and 10 assists against the Mercury are MVP-worthy, not rookie numbers. Meanwhile, Reese is leading all rookies in rebounds and has an impressive streak of 15 consecutive double-doubles. She grabbed 20 rebounds and scored 19 points in her last game against Phoenix. What makes this race even more exciting is how both players are impacting their teams. Clark and Reese are breaking records and drawing a lot of attention to the league. Fever and Sky games are among the most watched of the season, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. This Rookie of the Year race could be one of the closest in WNBA history, and while both players have strong cases, I'd give Clark a slight edge. Her impact on the Fever's success, combined with her impressive stats and the attention she's bringing to the league, makes her a real difference maker. But no matter who wins, the WNBA is the big winner now. Let's talk about something that has a lot of people dreaming big. Could Caitlin Clark lead the Indiana Fever to a WNBA title in her rookie year? It might sound crazy. After all, we're talking about a rookie leading a team that was at the bottom of the standings last season. But after what we've seen, who can say it's impossible? Clark isn't your average rookie. She's playing at a level that many all-star veterans haven't reached, with incredible court vision, scoring ability, and a winning mentality. And it's not just Clark. The Fever as a whole are getting better every game. Kelsey Mitchell is playing the best basketball of her career, and the team is clicking like never before. Sure, the road to the title is long and tough, with more experienced teams standing in their way, but when the Fever are on fire, they can beat anyone. Plus, there's the fairy tale factor. Imagine a rookie coming in, transforming a losing team into champions, all while revolutionizing the game and drawing massive attention to the league. It would be a story straight out of Hollywood. What do you think? Is it just a dream, or is there a real chance for Caitlin Clark to take the Fever to the top in her rookie season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I always love reading your opinions and responding when I can. Your ideas bring fresh perspectives that I might not have considered. Now, with the Fever entering the final stretch of the regular season, every game feels like an early final.